though.
That's cool. Yeah. You're not even gonna say hi to all the people that care about you?
They don't care about me.
They care only about you.
I don't see it ever in the comments. Like, where's AD?
You mean, where's Bob Ross?
Oh, Bob Ross, yeah. They said that. One person calls me Bob Ross. My name is Bob Ross forever.
Yeah. The Oreo Bob Ross, the half black, half white one.
I can't paint that well.
Art is in the eye of the beholder. Anyways, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. So, not in a familiar environment, and I just had a razor blade. Don't know where I put it. So, I'm down here back at work, even though it's technically my day off. I changed schedules now. I'm doing 410s. So, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are now my weekends. But I had to come down here today because I have to build DJ an exhaust. So, he ordered a bunch of piping. I know this is probably like my third exhaust build video in like less than a month, I would assume.
I have another one. I have another one on Saturday.
Oh boy. So hopefully you guys stick with me through this one, because you know it's not on a normal car, I guess. Not any of my cars. It's on DJ's CRX. Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys haven't seen. He just got these Cosi K1s in gloss black with some actually sticky boy tires. Bridgestone Potens, the RE71Rs, the same ones that I have on my Integra. But yeah, so he got a new header. This is the header that was on here before. This is actually a D-series header. It is totally pancaked, and yeah, his whole exhaust is just one big rusty pile of turd. So we took it off last night. We were trying to get that header on. He's gonna have to end up getting a different header anyway, because this one's actually barely touching the oil pan there. But yeah, that header, whatever. But we have to trim the subframe up, which means I already trimmed it last night. It still didn't fit. I gotta trim it back like another ½ inch, but then I'm gonna have to box it up and weld it so it's sturdy and reusable. To hold him over until he gets a traction bar. So that's what I'm doing back here today. I'm gonna go grab my impact driver, since I brought that so that way I can zip these V-bands on and off real quick and get started. The nice thing about being able to work down here at the shop though, other than having the lift, is Brian has, my boss, he has these things. I don't know what they're called, but they're like what exhaust shops have, so you can just spin them like that and it rotates and goes up or down. So that way I can get the exhaust exactly where I want it, instead of having to try and use my jack stands and hope that this setting is the right height or this setting is the right height. So I gotta get these cars pushed out of here really quick so I can, you know, work here. This thing's pretty sweet. This is a VTech Academy. Well, this is a test dummy motor, but this motor, this is L15B7. We're prototyping mount kits for these older chassis for him. So check out Hasport.com here coming soon and get yourself some if you have about $3,000 to pick up one of these engines for, and then another $1,000 for an ECU setup, but it'll be worth it. These things rip. Let's get these pushed out. Let's get out of here. I forgot to grab my tripod, so give me a little bit of a break here, guys, with the camera angles for the day. So let's go ahead and just show you what we got really quick. This is the same exact piping kit that I ordered for my Miata when I built it, so it's literally the same exact 2.5 inch exhaust builder's kit, 2 4-foot straight sections, 2 180s, 2 45s, and 2 90 sections. So that'll be pretty darn easy to work with here, because the exhaust systems on Hondas are super straightforward. And then he actually got this little, I'm assuming eBay boy, but it actually has fiber packings in there. You can't see it, I don't think, because of the light, but yeah, you know, a little burnt tip. And I mean, we'll put it on there. It actually doesn't sound tinny or hollow, and it's got a silencer in it, so it really can't sound that bad. But we're also going to be using the cat because, you know, carb legal for you Cali boys, and whatever, you know, clean air, better save the penguins type stuff. And these two are mine, but this is the resonator he's going to put in here. So yeah, should be a pretty quiet exhaust, which I think he's more or less going for. He wants a little bit of noise, but he doesn't want it to be like it was before. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get right up in there. I gotta look around somewhere and find a flange to go to his header that's on that car. But yeah, I'll find that flange and the donut gasket and just throw you guys up on time lapse and get started. So I don't really have much of a choice because we don't have anything else laying around here. So I'm gonna have to trim this up and reuse this flange, see if I can't get that center ring knocked out of there by cutting the back end off here like that. So I don't know, hoping for the best. Well, I just went next door to the fab guy, John at Future Fab. He didn't have any flanges, so I'm gonna actually he gave me to just weld weld some pipe to it and try and cut the flange as close as I can up here, and the rest of that stuff should fall out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Get it tucked up in here inside of the bandsaw. Alright, we should be good. So I just cut this section, and this is gonna go onto that, pretty much like that. I'll have to gap it accordingly since I got nothing to work with there, so that way I can actually get a weld around it. And then from here, I will put the meow, and then after the meow, I might just throw the resonator straight in line after the meow, and then do straight back until I get the bend. So let me get this all tacked up, and then we'll go from there. This piece is just gonna have to end up looking like dog crap because I had to weld it away from it, which put a big gap all the way around it because this flange is a 2-inch ID in the first place, and this is 2.5-inch piping. So it'll work. I'm just gonna have to booger it up on this point, or on this part, and then the rest of it should be fine, but just kind of annoying, but we'll make it work. So this is good now. I'm gonna go ahead and just tack the cat to it and then set it up on the thing and kind of see where we're sitting from there. One V-bend tacked on. Now I can make this back section. Boy, your car.
I have no words. I apologize. That's all I can say.
It's gonna look cooler.
It's because you let the fat chick ride with you. That ruined everything else.
Oh. Damn. Well, I gotta put a weight limit sticker on my car or something.
Ready?
Sure.
It's so hot! It went right through the glove. Wait, let me move forward some.
Get him.
Ah! Hurry up! Shit! Am I good? Yeah, you're good. Good. Yo. That's so hot. I know. That's why my hands are always all cut up and burned up and my freaking arms look like a crackhead. Appreciate you for being my, my piping stand.
That was awful. I do not recommend.
So I got the resonator tacked up now. I put the V-band right before it, so that way this section up until the axle, or in this case control arm, this will be one detachable section. So it's all tacked in place. I'm gonna do one more section here because I'm gonna have to use a 45 to get over the arm, but it'll be really simple. But yeah, I'll put the last V-band probably either right here or right over it, or just past it, just so it's easy to just right before it, because I have to cut it tight here since he wants to do the drifter style exit for the muffler here. But it'll be hopefully pretty quick now, because these pipes come expanded on the end, so it's really easy. You can just slide the new pipe right in and tack it all up. Makes it super nice. good little fit. So what we ran into just now, I got that section made like I just showed you, but the way he wanted it was to do it cocked out to the side, but this muffler is too long. So if I were to do that, I'd have to take a long time, a couple hours, and make a bunch of pie cuts and, you know, just deal with that, which we don't really have the time for that right now. So what he opted to do, because he was going to do it eventually anyway, is we're going to do a half cut bumper, or not even half cut, a little less than half cut. Just follow the line here, just all the way across. And we'll just bring the piping over the arm, and then we're going to try and cock it out a little bit to the right on this side. So that way we don't have to make a cutout on that side and leave this hole empty, and we'll just get that race car Conjo style look and get the quarter cut bumper, I guess it would be technically. So I'm gonna get some masking tape, make my line so that way I have a somewhat of a straightish line to follow, take the license plate off, and start cutting. Got this section finished up, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get the bumper cut and just, yeah, tack it, or I'm sorry, not tack it, tape it, cut it, and then I can figure out the positioning for the muffler. It's gonna be a little tricky. That's just such a big muffler. It's really long. This comes high. The muffler is sitting kind of low because of the clearancing here, so I'll have to work around that. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but now we got these two things to deal with. So probably gonna end up having to cut those off. But other than that, it's not too ugly. Here we are on the last section. I cut this probably like a 2 or 3 degree angle to clock it to that side a little bit more, and then this expanded section so that way I could slide the muffler in it just a little bit to get a little bit more angle out of it. And this is kind of what we're looking like. Not terrible, it's just, I don't know, kind of weird. So we will be trimming this out of the way. But that's as high up as I can get it because the body is right up above it. So this is gonna have to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish throwing some tacks on this section and then pull it all down, weld it all up, trim that up, and then button it up, take care of the subframe. Time to get this thing welded up. I'm gonna do it section by section, just to, I don't know, I have to. So this section is first. I got the hanger tacked up, and yeah, let's get this started. So yeah, let's get to welding. So finally, all finished up. Got the V-bands bolted up. Bring it back over here. I think this does hang a little low right there, but and then got some clearance up here. So yeah, I'll have to use some hose clamps on the hangers because they are a little saggy. But let's fire it up, see how it sounds. It's pretty quiet. Yeah, at least for now. I mean, you gotta let the glass packs break in too.
Silencer full.
It looks so bad.
That sounds better. It looks terrible. It looks as terrible as this does.
I got it pretty straight. All right.
Give him some of that thwack.
Stank. Stank.
Give him that stank.
Stank. Watch this. Throttle cable.
That sounds good. That sounds good like that. Now take it off.
Take it out. Let's open it up.
Sure.
It's not hand tight. So
Hurry
much
up! Hurry up!
carbon dioxide, monoxide.
what I want.
That sounds so much better.
That's way better. Do it again.
I like the silencer.
Do it more. Do it again.
I like the silencer.
It's better without it. It's way better without it. Do it again.
It sounded cooler before, dude. Oh shit, I'm bleeding.
There you go. There we go. That is way better.
Why are we smoking?
Cause you on crack.
Because all the shit burning out the header.
And also, there's no dipstick in there.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's not gonna do it though.
Oh shit. Except for shoot the oil out.
So I ended up getting it partially boxed in, welded one of the old scraps on the bottom to tie the bottom 2 or 3 layers, and I got 2 pieces of scrap metal on each side. Super tight fit on here, up on top there. It's just barely touching the runner, but I don't think it should make any difference really. But it should be able to hold him over at least until he gets a traction bar. So here I am like a week later finishing my video like I really have a bad tendency of doing. We ended up finishing up the exhaust. It sounded good. Finished boxing in kind of his subframe. He is going to end up getting a traction bar. He's going to have to get one either way because he plans on going K-Series later on. And yeah, he's enjoying it. The car sounds really good now that the muffler and the resonator are broken in. It got a little bit deeper, and yeah, it sounds pretty darn good. So I'm pretty proud of it. Again, if you guys want to be able to do this yourself, I will leave a link to the piping down in the description below. And if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a like in the video, and let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, and hopefully we got something fun coming up soon. I don't know. I always say that. I don't know if anything is ever fun for you guys. It's usually kind of fun for me. I just like doing whatever. I just like being a part of something. So, yeah, anyways, guys, next video up should be prepping the car for IFO. And then I don't think I'm going to film while I'm at IFO. I kind of want to enjoy it this time around. So, anyways, guys, if you, yeah, do what you love. Forget about the rest. See you in the next one. Peace.